Good evening, Bailey. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Is there anything in particular you want to talk about before we get started?
No, not really.
Okay, well, one of the goals we set for last week was for you to attend an AA meeting. Were you able to do that?
Well, I didn't go. I just feel like after being away for so long, I wanted to be home with my family. So I decided that being with them was more important than going to the meetings.
Being away for 2 months can really take a toll on everyone, but I do remember you mentioning how crucial these are to your sobriety and your longevity and being able to stay home. Do you still feel that way about these meetings? Do you still think they're important, or has that changed?
I mean, I still feel like they're important, but like I just got home. So I feel like spending time with my family right now, like that's what's most important to me.
Yeah, I know that being away from your family can be hard anyways, and then when you feel like you just got home, you're leaving again. But have you thought about the negative outcomes and the risk from not attending these meetings?
I mean, no, not really.
Okay, because there's a risk that you would have to go back or even stay longer, and I know that that's not what you want to do because I know you care about your family, but these are the risks that could happen if you don't attend these meetings. Do you understand that?
I mean, yeah, I understand. I guess I just never really thought about it. You know, I just thought missing a meeting here or there in the very beginning, it wasn't going to change anything. But like you said, like the last thing that I want to do is miss any more time with my family. So I guess I can try to go to one meeting whenever I have time.
Okay, well, I actually have a list of the local AA meetings in the area. Why don't we go ahead and pick one out together, and this will just be one less thing for you to have to do when you leave.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, do you have a specific day that works good for you?
I mean, for Wednesdays, my daughter, she has church. So that I guess that could work so I don't miss out on any time with her.
Okay, there's actually a meeting on Wednesday from 5:30 to 6:30. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's good. I can just have my husband pick her up, take her, and then bring her back home. And hopefully by the time the meeting is over, church will be over, and we'll get home at the same time.
Awesome. And I know that you've been home for a few weeks now. How's that been?
Well, it's good and bad. With my husband, he's super excited that I'm home. He's very helpful. He's making sure everything is okay with me. I'm just really excited to be back home because it's been so long. It's so different from being in that program that I was in. But the bad part, like my daughter, I don't know.
Okay, I'm glad that your husband is so supportive because a lot of people do not have that. But I'm hearing some uncertainty with your daughter's relationship. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Honestly, I feel like she's just like over it. Like she's over me completely.
What do you mean by over it or over you?
I just feel like I don't know, she's done with it. Like she doesn't, and our relationship is just not like it used to be. It's not the same.
Can you give me an example of how it's different?
Well, before I went away, like we used to talk about everything. We would go like just on random shopping trips and just go out to the movies or go eat, have lunch, and just talk. And I just feel like that's not the same anymore. Recently, my husband, he came to me and he started talking about how she's been telling him about this guy that she likes, and it kind of hurt my feelings because I was like, okay, well that's something that normally me and my daughter would talk about together, but she didn't even come to me about it, and she went to her dad, so I was just like, well, okay. And then like I would try to ask her about any kind of sporting events or how school's going, and she just either one word respond to me or she'd get mad and say that if I were there then I would know how it was going. And I don't know, it's a lot different.
Yeah. It seems that whenever Katie shuts you out, it makes you feel unwanted or neglected. And I can tell you're really passionate about wanting to rebuild and rekindle that relationship. So I really have a lot of faith in you and her. But do you think that maybe if she knew more about the situation, that she would be more open to letting you back in?
I mean, I feel like sometimes I could talk to her about what happened, but like I don't want to tell her too much because she's still young, and I don't want her to look at me any differently, and I don't want to potentially mess up our relationship even more than what it already is since I've been gone.
Yes, and I understand not wanting to overshare, but I feel like maybe undersharing isn't serving you very well either. And since y'all's relationship is so strong and y'all did have a good bond, have you ever thought about seeing a counselor to maybe help you sort out your feelings about how to process this and share it?
No, I mean, I just feel like the whole counseling thing, like, I know my daughter, okay? I birthed her. I went through labor and everything else. That is my child. I know my child, and if she's not going to talk to me, she's not going to talk to anybody else.
Okay, so can I give you some feedback on that?
Sure.
Okay, so this counselor will not tell you how to parent or tell you what to do or give you a list of things that you need to do differently. She'll just help you process this in a way that helps you share with your daughter enough, but not too much, to where she feels like any of this was on her. And it just gives you those tools to be able to communicate with her. And I feel like that's what your daughter needs, is just some clarity. Does that sound like something you agree with?
Yeah, I feel like she deserves some kind of explanation. So whatever I can do to try to give her that to build our relationship, I'm willing to go forward with it.
Awesome. So I can write down some names of counselors that are in the area, and I can get those to you as soon as we're done with this. But I think it'll be really good, and I think that's exactly what y'all need. So I'm glad that you're open to that. Is there anything else that you need from me?
No, I think we've done pretty good.
Awesome. Okay, so Wednesday, at what time is your meeting?
5:30.
There you go. And then I will send you the list of the counselors' information as soon as we're done with this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.